Well, what's up with y'all, man? We got another video, so you finna dive into this next video. If this y'all first time tuning in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, comment down below. Bro, we got another video here today. We finna watch this Judge Joe Brown, and it's gonna be crazy. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, and comment.
She can raise her voice.
That house was a piece of when I got there.
But she won't lift a finger to pay.
And then when I told him I couldn't go to work on a Friday, I would pay him Monday. He was at my house on a Saturday.
Ooh, bad girls you love to hate. Today on Judge Joe Brown.
A chess player turned landlord finds his next move is an eviction. Chess teacher Kala Dawson is suing his former tenant for back rent and damages. Defendant Tahisha Harrison says her landlord never made repairs. Now, here's Judge Joe Brown.
Let's see, Mr. Dawson, you are a landlord.
Yes.
And it would appear that one of your former tenants, Ms. Harrison, is here today because of your complaint filed seeking outstanding past rentals. Also for outstanding utility bills that have been charged against the address.
Yes.
All right. Now, you've already successfully pursued an eviction proceeding in the courts of Virginia.
Yes.
And the defendant in this matter has been ordered removed. You're just seeking those particular past due rental utility costs that you would be entitled to. Is that correct, sir?
That is exactly, sir.
All right. Now, your defense, ma'am, as you say, you were current on the rent until the plaintiff failed to fix all the problems in the house. You say the plumbing wasn't working. You had no power. You say that your sons had to use the water at your mother's house, and all that, right?
Yes.
By the way, there was a specific resolution as to what you raised as a defense, and actually the flip side of that is one of the reasons that the plaintiff was able to prevail. I must say, in looking at the pictures, I've never seen a filthier place in my life as to what you did to the thing. And everything you cleaned up, you and your children were responsible for. So let's go from there. You wanted to come here and be hard-nosed about it and say, I don't owe anything because, and you seem to have forgotten that some things in the world can't be redone. Well, let's just go to this thing about this. You've given me a sworn accounting. You are the keeper of the records of the business, which is the rental of this real property. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Did you check your books and accounts, sir?
Yes.
Now, and inspecting your books and accounts, sir, is there clear from your accounting and your records that there is a past due non-paid utility bill?
That is correct.
Is that bill, sir, in the amount of $250?
That is correct.
Is there a back due rental for those 2 months in the amount of $400 per month and the total of $800, excuse me. $800 for the 2 months?
Yes.
Now, you tell me what you're talking about how filthy the place was. Tell me.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
We're going to
first of
you.
all-
He said his basic
Okay,
case is up.
first of all, when I first got there, I was having so many problems with the plumbing, just the whole house, period. It's an old house. So I always had something backed up in my sink, backed up in my toilet. Tried to call the city. My water heater was always leaking. My water bill, $500. I got to sit here and scramble to pay these bills and pay him. And
Why
then
didn't you control your children so they didn't mess the place
Excuse
up?
me, my kids ain't messed nothing up, first of all.
Court below
When he-
found they did.
No,
Hold on
that
a
was,
second.
So my friend asked me, can she come and stay with me? Now, what he got right there, that's because I had to hurry up and leave up out of there.
Your
that was something
friend.
different. And she paid him, too. He accepted money from her just as well as he was accepting money
Start
from me.
running the pictures up.
So, yeah, run the pictures. Show them. I don't care
Put 'em
about
up.
that because that wasn't nothing that I did. That
Okay,
was from him.
what's that
That's
in
from
there?
him, not coming to fix
Oh,
the plumbing.
no. How about
That came
some
from
of your
him not coming to fix
children,
nothing.
lady?
I was at my
Oh,
mama's house. I got to pay him and pay somewhere else to stay at?
Yeah, you
Come
had to
on
leave.
now. That wasn't me. My homegirl
How
had
did he
6
do
kids.
that? That looks like somebody.
That was clothes that she left. I had already got my stuff out of there. When he came and delivered
Who
that second
brought her in
subpoena,
there?
was I there?
Who brought her in
No,
there?
I wasn't there.
And did you read your lease provision?
That was like
Wasn't
that
no-
when I moved in there.
Excuse me.
That blind
Excuse
on that
me.
door,
Excuse me.
everything was like that
Was
when I
that
moved
in there
there.
when you moved in there?
That blind, all that stuff was like that, except for the clothes. Take that stuff away. That house was a piece of when I got there, and he was supposed to fix it, and he never did.
So why did you take
So
it?
what? Because I needed somewhere to stay at, and he knew that, and he was taking my money. How about that? And I'm paying him in advance and all that, paying him up to the month of June and July. And when I told him I got backed up on my rent, we made an agreement. I doubled up on my payment and everything when he was in the hospital and everything. And then when I told him I couldn't go to work on a Friday, I would pay him Monday. He was at my house on a Saturday with some court papers, with my toilet and everything still backed up like that. So I don't even want to go in when I'm just
So it's
trifling
his
or
fault
something.
that
Come on,
you're
miss me with that. Ain't
incompetent,
nothing trifling about me.
incapable, and a
I
slob.
gotta pay my mama to take baths and
It's
use
his
my washing
fault
machine.
that he
Come on
it's
now.
his fault he didn't do a background check and let a
It's his
slob
fault,
move into
whatever,
his
but it
own
wasn't his
property.
fault when he was taking my money. He was taking my money. I tell you that, them $1,500 money orders and all that, he was taking
Watch
it.
this, watch this.
And what she
Ma'am,
got to
would
do
you
with it?
Please stand
I
up,
never met
Ms.
her.
Dawson. Mrs. Dawson.
Huh.
Let's see.
Okay, ma'am.
You are a teacher, yes?
Yes, I am.
And what you do is you teach Japanese, right?
Yes.
You teach that to high school students, right?
Yes.
You have a bachelor's degree and a teacher's credential and certificate, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
You have between you and your husband a 12-year-old boy, 11-year-old boy, 9-year-old girl, and they know chores. They are
My kids know chores, too.
I'm not talking to you. They're OLSDs. OLSD stands for Organic Labor Saving Device, also known as Well-Trained Youth or Children.
Mine are too.
You, sir, not only are a teacher, interestingly enough, you teach that esoteric subject as sort of extracurricular thing of chess in the intricacies of that's deep. Okay, now fine, you got the education to your situation. You have a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old.
My kids are very well trained.
Excuse me, you
He
have
know when he
a
used to come
decent
over my house was clean. I'm not no
Excuse me,
trifling
it's
person.
in Norfolk,
You got me
Virginia.
messed up. Ain't nothing trifling
I've
about
been
me,
there
boo.
on many an
Nothing.
occasion over the last
Ain't
40
nothing trifling
years.
about me.
It's
I
a
take care
good
of mine.
neighborhood.
One thing about it,
You're
they know
one
how
of
to clean
those
up.
they let in the neighborhood and bring it down.
Speak over the judge.
And your children trash the place.
No,
they
my
stop
kids did not
the
trash that
plumbing.
place.
Speak over the judge.
The court found it in Virginia. It's already a slam dunk.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
This woman is going to be one of those types that puts her hand on her hip,
No.
and she's going to show while her 14-year-old, 10-year-old, and 8-year-old boys are going to be thugs running around in
Ain't my
Thug
kids get
City
good grades in
because they
school.
won't
Ain't
know any
honorable and
better.
everything. My kids
Every
ain't no
one of them
thugs.
is born
Now,
out
that's
of
a
wedlock
stereotype, boo,
with
'cause my kids
3
get good
different
grades in school.
daddies, and you've
They
been
do.
collecting
Woo-hoo.
a check.
I got one baby daddy, boo. Don't get it twisted.
Bad girls you love to hate today on Judge Joe Brown.
We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The defendant in this case passionately describes having to live with leaks and backed up toilets. She says she left, but denies creating the huge mess the plaintiff says she left behind. Let's take a look.
I wrote a note to myself. This woman is going to be one of those types that puts her hand on her hip, wiggles her head, and is going to be violently, verbally angry about her being a victim of a decent, educated person trying to conduct a business
what?
with housing that is
You know
affordable
what?
to
You need
rent.
to knock it
And
off,
she's
Judge
going
Joe
to show
Brown, for
what
real.
the hell's going on in the
Hey,
country.
no.
And she's going to show while her 14-year-old, 10-year-old, and 8-year-old boys are going to be thugs running around in
Ain't my
Thug
kids get
City
good grades in
because they
school.
won't
Ain't
know any
honorable and
better.
everything. My kids
Every
ain't no
one of them
thugs.
is born
Now,
out
that's
of
a
wedlock
stereotype, boo,
with
'cause my kids
3
get good
different
grades in school.
daddies, and you've been
They do.
collecting a
Woo-hoo.
check.
I got one baby daddy, boo. Don't get it twisted. All my kids
you're
by
not
the same
married,
man.
you haven't been.
All on by the
So
same man. Don't get it
bottom line
twisted.
is
So hold on. Judge Joe Brown. Well, let me go back. It's been crazy.
she's going to show while her 14-year-old, 10-year-old, and 8-year-old boys are going to be thugs running around in
My
Thug
kids get
City
good grades in
because they
school.
won't
Ain't
know any
honorable and
better.
everything. My kids
Every
ain't no
one of them
thugs.
is born
Now,
out
that's
of
a
wedlock
stereotype, boo,
with
'cause my kids
3
get good
different
grades in school.
daddies, and you've been
They do.
collecting
Woo-hoo.
a check.
I got one baby daddy, boo. Don't get it twisted. All my kids
you're
by
not
the same
married,
man.
you haven't been.
All on by the
so
same
the
man. Don't
bottom
get it
line
twisted.
is, you know what? You're also,
He went in there
according
after I
is
moved out of
entitled to
there, and he
interest
got that
after the
stuff like
date
that.
of the
That's what he got a
judgment.
picture of.
And that
Oh, wait, ain't
passing
nothing
on,
trifling about
Listen to
me.
the
the bottom line,
judgment.
that she's just nice. She can be background business to give a classic illustration of ignorant and
Talking about my
stupid.
kids gonna be
Bottom
thugs.
line
Ain't
over
nothing
here
thuggish
is and
about
said
my kids.
1,050, what they allow on the date of the judgment. She hadn't paid, others have not at hand this. What comes up, she's and owes you interest. That brings it up to 1412.31. Now, thank you, ma'am. I find you very helpful because I get copies of this type of thing, and I go around and I start lecturing to people about what's wrong with today's child living or rearing standards, what's politically correct and where it goes wrong, and you will be an excellent illustration to my lecture about what the problem is and how these thugs who are raised by mothers like you who don't have any idea about how to be a civilized, self-supporting woman, let alone raise a child who is going to act like mama. It is all.
Now, he went in there after that resident was when I moved out.
And this courtroom is now a recess.
It's not hard to imagine how.
Oh man, bro, I love listening to Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown is disrespectful as hell. He funny, but he disrespects you in a good way. Hey, bro, this is the end of the video. Let me know what y'all think. I'm out.